Hi, my name is Guillermo Hernandez Davila and I am from the ninth Group E. Question number one. Were you naughty as a child? How did your parents punish you? Actually, I was not very naughty. In my childhood, I was always a quiet child and I did not like to get into trouble. Although the few times I was able to do some mischief was in my own house with my brothers. I remember that once we made our parents angry because when we played, we always made a lot of noise and we did not let our parents hear the news, and that made them a little angry and they asked us to be quiet for a moment. But the only time they really got really mad at us for a prank we did was when we were once playing in the yard with some bags of cement. That made us break them and all the cement was scattered in the yard. And the worst thing was that we got dirty and a lot and we stained our clothes and our bodies. And when our parents saw us in that situation, they scolded, used a lot and punished us and did not let us go or to play that same day again. Two, should parents use corporal punishment, sleeping, smoking, building, cunning? Okay, I think that using corporal punishment against children is not good because children can grow up with trauma and start to fear their parents and not all out of respect, but out of fear of them, and that is not right because a child's life has to be very funny and entertaining and without feeling that are not good for him. I think some kind of punishment where there is no hating or swiping will be fine because the most important thing for a father and mother is to raise their children. Well, without the need for knocks, I know there are children who do deserve a slight slap for not respecting their parents and being very naughty. But sometimes that just makes the children more foolish and naughty, and in some cases they start to hate their parents because they can get used to it and, and grow up with that hatred of being hit on some occasions. Sometimes it is enough to talk to naughty children and let them know that what they are doing is not right, and that if they continue with that bad attitude, it can be very big and horrible consequence for them. Three, should anyone else other than the parents be allowed to smack a child? Definitely not, because that would be physical abuse for the child, and more because they are not their parents and they do not have the authority or the right to touch them in any way. As an example, it is well known that in some schools they treat children badly, and that you should it has been a major problem for both children and parents and schools that are left in a bad reputation thanks to videos where teachers or other people beat children with the justification that only then they learn better and be good students. That is not it's okay because, as I mentioned earlier, it can be trauma for children and they can grow up with that trauma that someone else beat them without the consent of their parents, and for those reasons of physical problems being them. For imagine the punishment lead up to feed the crime. Think of some typical childish misdemeanors and how you would punish them. The crimes that a child can commit, and what I imagine and what I have in mind is that children steal or break sometimes, that they should not touch because it was sometimes very important because they disobeyed the order of the parents. If they were that kind of things, the punishment that they could be given is not being able to go out to play when they want and to do housework such as sweeping a room or the living room, washing the bathroom, putting them together and storing their toys, and above all telling their favorite food for a week, like your favorite sweet and treats. Uh, Personally, I think that even if they punish a child, they will still be naughty because that is the spirit of a child, to be naughty and enjoy and playing with everything in their power. So the punishments should not be so great anymore because they won't understand anyway. Five and finally, and how would you punish how abuse their children? Should their children be taken away from them? Okay, personally, what I will do is take revenge with my own hand, because if I had children and someone hurt them, I will try to return the pain that they caused my children, but much stronger, and in a worse way. I do not like to see a person mistreated who does not deserve it, and less when the person is a child who is not guilty, is innocent, for the simple fact that they still do not understand many things, and sometimes it can be difficult for them to understand them. For example, when you were a child, you also did mischief, and sometimes they had to scold you for that. I understand why children are like this, but I don't agree with someone outside my family touching or punishing them. Thank you.